It's Social Cohesion Day. We have lots to tell you today. A nation which represents its diversity is an example of a cohesive society. This was the view expressed by Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu as he delivered the feature address at the event held to observe the 4th National Social Cohesion Day.
This year's National Social Cohesion Day is being held under the ministry's theme, Fostering Harmonious Relationships and Building a Unified Country. Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu said the theme is significant as it recognizes the journey over the past years to get citizens to work cohesively.
Our government, our nation recognize this diversity. We honor each and every one of our ethnic groupings. We celebrate Emancipation Day on August 1st in recognition of our African brothers and sisters. We observe Chinese Arrival Day on January 13, Portuguese Arrival Day on May 3rd, Indian Arrival Day on May 5th, which coincides with National Arrival Day. And we observe September, an entire month, as Indigenous Heritage Month.
Prime Minister Nagamutu said the government's movement for social cohesion is strengthening each year.
Our movement for social cohesion gains strength with each year. It is a work in progress to broaden it, to generate great appreciation for our diversities.
Minister of Social Cohesion, Dr. George Norton, explained that not every nation is gifted with a social cohesion platform as Guyana. While it has not been an easy road, Dr. Norton said social cohesion had to be built gradually and deliberately. First Lady Sandra Granger, other ministers of government, members of the diplomatic corps, and students also attended the event. For InfoHub, Rebecca Ganesh.
A report published on the local oil and gas news site Oil Now has indicated that Dynamac, a company headquartered in Singapore with presence in Philippines, China and Brazil, will be working on the topside modules for Liza Unity floating production storage and offloading vessel for ExxonMobil's second development offshore Guyana. The Liza Unity will be designed to produce 220,000 barrels of oil per day and will have associated gas treatment capacity for 400 million cubic feet per day and water injection capacity of 250,000 barrels per day. The report stated that the floating production storage and offloading vessel will be moored in a water depth of about 1,600 meters and will be able to store around 2 million barrels of crude oil. More on this story can be read on our website and social media platforms. As part of its continued efforts to provide clean and reliable water supply to all Guyanese, the Guyana Water Incorporated has brought smiles to the faces of Lust and Rust residents who are receiving potable water for the first time. The West Bank Demerara community is slated to have first-time access to a quality water supply within the next 2 months. Residents were allocated house lots in 2014 and no adequate drainage, water or electricity facilities were put in place until the current administration intervened in 2017, reducing flooding, streetlights and now bringing water to the village. Managing Director of GWI, Dr. Richard Van West Charles, said that the work is moving apace.
In Region 3, we have Westminster, which is in another 2 months, which will we complete the development and which would provide water to Lust and Rust.
GWI is also upgrading the operations of the Region 3 water treatment plant.
We have a treatment plant here in Region 3 at Ifluk, and we are now negotiating another well in Ifluk to serve that treatment plant.
This timely intervention comes on the heels of GWI's commitment to providing improved water services nationwide. The government recently came in for high commendation from Tishaus of the various villages within the Maruka sub-district for the works done within their communities thus far.
So far under the coalition government for the short period of time, We have received a secondary department school which is housing approximately 180 students. We also received a doctor's quarter. 3 culverts was built on a 1,700 feet dam with 500 feet of revetment work being done.
The Tushao of Waramuri village not only highlighted the works done by the coalition government, but also the development villages have undergone after receiving the 2019 presidential grant.
So far, 7 Miles has been benefiting in a satellite area where they're having a citrus farm, and just recently was able to receive their presidential grant in the sum of $800,000, whereby they requested for an outboard engine and a boat. We received the engine. Must say thanks to the government.
He wasn't the only one present who was happy for a chance to thank the government for the works they have done.
I'm happy to see that this current administration is making efforts to get agriculture back in this community. As a child, I know we exported a lot of things from Santa Rosa village. I grew up as a child seeing this village real productive. We never imported what we were importing from Charity now. We had lots and lots of fruits, vegetables, and all sorts of things. However, as an adult, I can say I've seen under the last administration the decline of agriculture in this village.
These were the sentiments shared by many of the villagers, who were happy for their village to be returning to its base and once again become exporters of agricultural produce rather than importers.
For us, agriculture for the last 2 decades took a real dive down, and the majority of us don't believe in give us a fish for a day, but teach us and we can live and we can continue. I don't think we're happy with handouts. We're happy with being trained, being given options, using our resources. And I think that is the way indigenous peoples, not only in Santa Rosa, but across the country, should go.
Reporting for InfoHub, Nikosi Bruce.
Mother's Day is not the same for those serving time at the Timiri prison, as they spend time away from their families. But this Sunday, the young men got a surprise visit from Minister with Responsibility for Youth Affairs, Simona Brooms.
A surprise indeed. Minister Brooms arrived and was greeted by Assistant Superintendent of Police Amy S. Benjamin at the Timiri prison. As she met the young inmates who committed offences ranging from break and enter, dangerous driving, murder to marijuana possession, the minister told the young men she was there to help.
It's not where you are, but where you end up. That's the message that the minister within the Ministry of the Presidency with Responsibility for Youth Affairs, Simona Brooms, brought to the young inmates at the Timiri prisons.
To really visit and share a mother's love and to encourage and also to listen from them. What are some of the things? How do young people find themselves incarcerated? What can we as a government who is pushing a big youth focus, what can we do in terms of preventing persons from coming here? And so listen to some of their recommendations and suggestions too, but to give hope to our young people and let them know that we care as a government.
Minister Brooms told the inmates, there is a life out there and you have to be a part of it. She said, you have to help me.
Youth's incarceration around Guyana, it's over 600, and it was over 500 between age 18 and 25, so you can imagine going up to 30 around the country. And we have to stop that. But you have to help us to do that. As the Minister with Responsibility for Youth Affairs, you got to help me. I hated that you believe that you're in here and you're labeled as a criminal, and like you got to live your whole life as a criminal. That is not so. It's not where you're at. It's where you're going to finish it.
Not one to shy away, Minister Brooms sternly told the young men if they play with fire, they will get burned. However, she advised them to prepare their minds for life outside of the prison walls. She emphasized that it is now their responsibility to encourage other youngsters to not make the same mistakes they did.
From the Timiri prison with videographer Leon Leung, Felicia Valenzuela, InfoHub.
Still to come, tech company re-emphasizes the need for women to take up more roles in STEM, and beneficiaries of free eye surgeries spare no effort in sharing their success stories. The details of these stories and more when we return.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Welcome back. STEM Guyana, while acknowledging outstanding Guyanese women in the technology field, has re-emphasized the need for more women to take up roles in the field as part of the efforts to bridge the existing gender gap in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Inter-American Development Bank country representative Sophie McCunnan said education is key.
Education building is to unlock girls' potential, but education in the science and technology can provide them with wings to fly if they choose that's what they want to do, to transform not only their lives, but the life of their families and their communities.
It was noted that too often women and girls are unable to meet their full potential due to discriminatory social norms. Co-founder of Sites Guyana, Evie Gorcharan, said her daughters are her motivation and she wants them to benefit in the changing world of technology.
My parents made those sacrifices for me to have those things in my life. I wouldn't have been here today, I wouldn't have been in that success, and I want my girls to grow up in a world where people are making those sacrifices, not only for them, but for the generation that's coming.
Kippany Jordan, InfoHub.
It's a whole new world for beneficiaries of free eye surgeries, and they are sparing no effort in sharing how their lives have improved.
4 years ago, Auntie Baby was involved in an accident which put her out of a job. Since then, her health deteriorated and it had a serious effect on her vision. Any possibility of improved eyesight proved expensive. However, with this recent intervention, Auntie Baby is singing praises. The emotional number 55 village resident recounted how she got to where she is today. Her surgery was done at the National Ophthalmology Hospital in Port Morant, Quarantine.
Diabetic, and I started sickness surgeries, and then I started to feel. I got to the one doctor. The doctor said that we have to get $70,000. I got cataract, so I got to Port Morant Hospital. I thank God. I bless all who work.
Another resident, Auntie Joyce, an astute reader, also benefited from cataract surgery.
Since last year, I noticed it. A morning, I wake up and I see cloudy. And then during the day, I keep rubbing it and washing it, and you see more blur. Then I do a lot of reading in the morning, my devotional reading. And so when you see, you can't get to see properly. Sometimes it clear up nicely, and another time, it's gonna blur again. You know, so I went first to New Amsterdam Hospital, but then they just scanned and they said it has cataract. Come out from the surgical department, but it's paining right now. It's unexpected because you cut, you have to feel pain. So I hope by God's grace I will recover from. All I have to do will obey the rules.
Just about 300 persons benefited from free eye surgeries offered by the U.S. Army's New Horizons outreach team. Pulmati Balak and Agnes Blair were two other beneficiaries who had successful procedures done.
I can tell you the truth. I feel nothing. And then when I finish, I tell the doctor, I say, congratulations.
Was both eyes. And I went and do the one. Right? And I was feeling very good with it. So I didn't really miss this.
But you had to do it.
But I had to do it. I realized that I'm getting older and I see,
She go back and check
that
it out.
into one thing.
The New Horizon team started surgeries on May 6. The abled doctors and other members of the team were happy to be a part of such an intervention, restoring something as valuable as sight to many in need. For Info Hub, Delicia Haynes.
Buxton's oldest resident, 107-year-old Evadne Talbot, was honored by Minister of Social Protection Amna Ali, her family and friends for achieving a new milestone.
Minister of Social Protection Amna Ali joined in the gathering of relatives and well-wishers in central Buxton last Friday as Evadne Talbot celebrated her 107th birth anniversary.
107, that alone is an achievement. And when I heard that she was 107, I said I will spare no pains but to come to witness this birthday celebration.
The centenarian is held in high esteem by her children, who had some kind words for her.
I love to know that she could have lived more, that we could glean a lot of strength out of her, you know. Yeah, she's a woman, very nice when we growing up, small, she treats me nice. Even though when she get big, when it comes to come bring things with she, you know, she will feel joyful, you know what I mean?
This birthday means a lot to the family because it's a celebration of her life and the examples she set within the community for the young people to copy from the good things that she has always portrayed in the way she carried herself and the advice she gave to everyone she come in contact with.
Evadne Talbot was born in 1912 and she spent all of her life in central Buxton. She married Kingsley Talbot at a very young age and birthed 5 children. Her eldest child is 86 years old, while she currently has 35 grandchildren, 40 great-grands and 6 great-great-grands. The centenarian received 2 food hampers sent by President David Granger, another by Minister Ali, and a bouquet of fresh flowers from Minister of Education, Dr. Nicolette Henry. For InfoHub, Aliyah Hamilton.
That's all for this evening. Connect with us on WhatsApp, like and subscribe to our Facebook page for notifications, and subscribe to our website for more stories. You can also follow us on Instagram for updates. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye.